Hello, welcome to Moments to Russia. It's a packed episode, but trust me, we are starting on a very sober mood. We lost one of us, Deji Tinubu. It's just been a very emotional few days, and we just can't get a hang of things. Tough, Luka.
Very, very tough, Kayode.
How big is this loss?
Very, very big, and with a lot of surprises that such a thing can happen, though we've seen a lot of it in Nigeria in recent time because of the pressure that we're facing in the country. But to this extent that it will be Deji Tinubu, it's very difficult to believe, and most impossible to accept. It's unbelievable.
Who is really Deji Tinubu when it comes to football, sports?
Kayode, very young, and young as well at heart. Very, very vibrant person with a very strong personality, with love for the youth, as himself is a youth, a very good footballer himself that did not play maybe professional football, but on several occasions been a coach to all this. Most of the time when they organize novelty matches and all, even inclusive.
He loves football.
He loves football. He was once chairman of maybe the Lagos State Football Association or something, and he's invested a lot, Kayode, his own personal money in football, developing the youth. Even his church and the City of David or so.
He won a lot.
Yes, a lot of things. They won the FA Cup with Atletico and the female team as well.
The under-17 team.
Yes, the under-17 team. He's done a lot, and then a member of the Nigerian Football Federation for some years now. And sometimes they said someone told me he's a special advisor to the governor on something. Yes. Till the recent time that he was taken to commerce and industry or something.
Yes. What a lot of people are saying is the reaction is this much because he actually touched multiple lives.
Yes, very, very passionate person.
Always been there.
And willing to always help, and a lot of people in recent time, just about a week now, they've been speaking seriously about him. Just about the last 4 days, they've been speaking seriously. I met some people at the stadium yesterday that they said he just gave me, some days ago, he just gave me 30,000 naira. Look at the message on my phone, and
he just wanted to be there for people.
All the time he's always there for the people. Then, I was joking with him some weeks back, because he was supposed to come and play in one of the ceremonies that they had at the campus square for our vice president, Barrister Akiwumi, the NFF vice president, for his foundation for the youths. A lot of people came, Alibaba and every other person, Ozogula was there as well, the former commissioner for sports in Ogun State. And, I was saying, charge up the heart, beat up the heart a little, and Okegbenro was just joking. Then he wasn't there. I was wondering, where is Deji? Then when he came in the second half, he was looking a bit, agitated, very, anxious too. Then I said, do you know that I'm the technical advisor for this thing? I'm going to cancel your contract. Why are you coming late? Why are you coming late? Then he was just saying, technical advisor, please, I'm very sorry. I had a lot of things to do. I wanted to be here. This was the reason why I was rushing back, And he sat there and they discussed several issues with all other guys that were seated with me. Kayode, you can't say much. You cannot say much. This is very, very painful, very sad. Very big loss to his family, to everybody, to the nation.
Well, look, in all of these, what are the legacies that you will never forget when it comes to Deji?
That most of the great things that he's done, and the great things, for the youth, and being always there and working very, very hard, even to the extent of spending his own funds to manage and give the youth hope, and bringing them out of the streets, and ensuring that from the family that he came from, that they leading in the nation, and he himself too is giving much. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes we do some little exercises, we walk a lot, we feel a lot of stress, then too we see the doctors and all. But the truth of the matter is, Kayode, there is nothing you want to do. What God wants is what God wants. And to a large extent too, you know, there is nothing we are going to do other than just to pray that a thing like this is not seen again at this age, but that we all must live our days, you know, completely well, to count the years to about, you know, 10 or beyond, which is very, very important. These are the things that I personally feel that will be remembered about him, and to the Christians and to the Muslims as well. You can't say it and you cannot clean it up that things like this are happening in the country, and that we must have to bear, and God Almighty will give the heart of the family, most especially the wife, the kids, and the mom, if he has dad, and all other people that are very, very close to him, they had to bear. Okay, you know, the heart to bear such a loss that is bad, Kayode, hard to accept.
All right, may his soul rest in perfect peace. Join us after this time out. Okay, welcome back. A lot of people are still talking about Argentina and Nigeria. We are always beating them. We've lost in all the official games, Luka, from 1994.
Yes,
close game.
Yes.
98, Batistuta's goal. We can go on and on. We always lose to Argentina. We beat them in friendlies. What will happen now?
Now is that we have won at least a friendly match just some months back, and I want to believe that the battle is going to be very, very stiff, very strong when we're meeting in the World Cup, because having been beaten on several occasions at the important stages, I think, Kayode, that is going to be very, very difficult. But like the coach said of recent, that he knows Nigeria now. He's played against Nigeria in his own capacity, and that he's been able to draw some conclusion on how to play against Nigeria. But there's one bitter truth that people don't always understand. They don't come to facts, you know, concerning Nigeria, is that you play us today, you understand, you are able to beat us. You play us tomorrow, you are able to beat us, but you see that there is reduction in the goals that you score. Then when we meet in the third time or the fourth time, then suddenly we come with some kind of a magic, and at the end of the day, maybe you'll be out of the competition.
Do you think this Nigerian team, our best lineup, can defeat Messi and the other players in that team?
Yes, I want to believe that it is possible if we are able to beat them in a friendly match that is so keenly contested, you know, well, very strong
that
at the last
minute. That might not really count. It's a different ball game.
Yes, I know this, because the pressure and the technicalities and the tactical discipline, then the psychological strength, you know, mixed up with the mental ability, you know, to condition the heart to meet up the demand when it comes to major competition. This is important to talk about. But Kayode, the same heart, when you're fighting the lion, you understand me, that same heart comes as an underdog when you're playing friendly match as well against the lion, the big country like Argentina. There is possibility that we're able to beat them, but there are certain things that have not I'm still thinking about, Kayode. This is the friendly match that we played against them. The first 45 minutes was serious, and the ball movement was so swift, very fast. The mental ability to stay and concentrate for 45 minutes, first 30, exactly, yeah, was strong on the side of the Argentines. And at the time they showed the coach, he smiled a little. Then every error we commit, they capitalize on it, and they created a lot of chances in first 45 minutes. This, you know, taken away, then the second 45 minutes, what we did standing on course showed that Nigeria would be able to stand for 90 minutes, but we might not be able to compete at the level of the speed of the movement of the ball, you understand me, throughout 90 minutes.
It put you on the spot.
Yes, yes.
You coached Kelechi.
Yes, he had actually.
Yes. You know everything about him.
About him, yes.
There are a lot of divided opinion about him, how good he really is, his temperament.
Yes.
What do you think about? Is he going to make the list to the World Cup?
He's going to make the list to the World Cup, and not only make the list to the World Cup. If the Nigerian team is strong enough and very compact on the movement of the ball, with the speed to which you give Kelechi the ball on time when he's closer to the 18, he might end up surprising the whole world. He's one of the best youth that I've seen in the history of world football when it comes to goal scoring and conversion of chances when the chance comes. You saw the last match against Leicester, the FA Cup match, with Wilfred scoring the last goal as well.
But how come he couldn't hold on to a permanent place?
There's no team. Like people say that they're holding on to a permanent jersey or permanent position. It doesn't really happen. You understand me? The coach desires to put you all throughout the season, and that you're doing very, very well, you will have the opportunity. But if not, maybe occasionally you come, or if the person there is playing so well and better than you do for the moment, you know, you will be on the reserve bench. Then if you're not functioning as a striker, sometimes they place you on the wrong position. Kelechi is not the number one top striker. He's a striker that comes from behind. If you give him the chance, he can end up scoring 5 goals in one match.
Kelechi, then Gallo here.
Yes, you know, Gallo in front.
Ahmed Musa, the new Ahmed Musa.
Exactly.
Coming from
the side,
like
from
he
the
did
midfield.
2010.
Yes.
Messi was scoring, he was scoring.
Yes.
What is also going to be very interesting are the Argentine fans. The Argentina fans, they are ready. When it comes to matches with Nigeria, they come all out, screaming, shouting, dancing, everything. We're going to show you now what happened at the last World Cup in 2014. Just minutes before the match between Nigeria and Argentina, they were really celebrating, so up for it, adrenaline flowing. Now, okay, well, you are seeing Diego Maradona again saying this, wow, Argentina, they have it. Maradona is joining them. Now, the supporters club for Nigeria, they are always at the World Cup, they are always very, obvious to everybody.
Yes.
But there was some divisions. Will they be the same like they used to be then?
Yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult to say this. Now that they said the NFF or so have recognized one faction, and maybe they're bringing them together for them to unite and do justice to the support. We hope they are able to do this. But one thing that I see, no matter how they quarrel, even if they are four sometimes that comes to watch a match and support, you see when the drum starts to beat and the thing starts to roll, it becomes a different ball game. And in the World Cup, in all the competitions, even the Cup of Nations, everything that we've been to, you see that we are not the only ones supporting and dancing. The foreigners, even the Argentines too, will do the same thing. Kayode.
All right, let's let you watch again the Argentine fans. They are so passionate. Maybe not as much as that of Nigeria. Watch this. Of course, Maradona leads the group 2 later. Welcome back. We told you week in, week out, we're going to be talking to the stars, their World Cup moments, memories, everything about their experience. They're going to be sharing here. Emmanuel Amunike is one of our guests now, and he's going to tell you exactly what happened. 1994, the good, the bad, the ugly.
It's always your first World Cup, and playing teams. I have players like Stoichkov, Balakov, Yodanov, all this. You only have one thing to do, is to play your game. The responsibilities is there. We have players also playing in Europe, but not in top clubs. But we knew this is an opportunity for us that we have to take. And I think after Bulgaria, that created awareness. Everybody realized now, take care with Nigeria. They have good team. And they have players that can play individually and also collectively. So this scares a lot of team. But you know, at the end of the day, Bulgaria ended up playing in third place and all this thing. Well, as a player, you know, one thing is you must remain focused. You must be ready for every situation that occurs in the field of play. It was a corner kick and it was taken by Finidi. And the ball suddenly came back to my direction. I could remember I was facing towards to the direction of the corner kick. So all I did was just to fling the ball, and luckily for us, the ball went inside the net.
If there's someone who is going to be sharing an amazing World Cup moment, it is Clemens Westerhoff. He calls himself Dutcherian. He is that committed to the country Nigeria. Here is reminding us what he did right to become the first ever coach to have qualified Nigeria for a FIFA World Cup. Clemens Westerhoff. Of course, you cannot remove controversy from his name. Listen to this.
I must say I have a lot of thanks for the people who give me 5 years. There was no any coach who got 5 years to progress and to make victory with the Super Eagles. There was no any coach. But I got the time. They gave me the time. So for that I was thankful. And that time paid back. They went to the World Cup. They win the Cup of Nations. We never win the Cup of Nations away. Home, yeah, of course. We give the referees some money and then we have the Cup of Nations. But away, we win the Cup of Nations. In US, we did well. If Sandio Lise did not joke with Roberto Baggio, then we beat Italy. I'm happy that I could do it. And I was happy that I had people behind me. Ali Haji Yusuf Ali, the former chairman, the director of BP, yeah? He's now in Abuja. The man understands me. Why? His children study in England, so he knows what's going on in the world. Then I work with Dr. Amos Adamo. Yeah? He knows what I want. He understands me. The man travels over all the world. You have not to be educated, but you have to know what are other cultures and what are other countries and how they think there. Yeah? Nobody thought that I could do that here, nobody. But I thought I can do it. Why? Why I could do it? Why? You have the things here. You have them. You only must make a team out of it. You only must make a team from the talented players who trust each other, who want to fight for each other, who want to cry together, who want to laugh together, who want to be one family. I told them, here, to the outside you must do this. And to the inside we are one family. And then nobody can beat us. And it came in the heads of them. We play like that. One day I came and Cassie said, hey coach, from where is that player? I said, Semi Choji, that's voorstopper. A bully, an Igbo. Ooh, if the man look at you, you are afraid. Cassie said, what a tough man. Now I can go to the midfield. See, that is talking about football together.
Undika, Westerhoff, as usual,
a very controversial,
you know it very well.
A very controversial technical director, very crazy as well. I'm sorry to use